What's up guys? In this video we're gonna go through 7 things that new and existing RX8 owners fear most. Coming right up. Number 1. Flooding the engine while stalling it when it's cold. Flooding the engine is without any doubt one of the biggest fears new and old RX8 owners have. So will it flood if you stall it when it's cold? Let's find out. The right thing to do is to turn on the car, wait a couple of minutes for the RPMs to drop, and then we're ready to go. Whoops, I guess I stalled my engine. Does this mean it will now flood? Well, let's find out. Put it in neutral. And it's burst into life again. Well, would you look at that? I think that from now on we should be more careful so that we avoid stalling it like we did just... Okay, I appear to have stalled it for the second time. Let's see if it will turn on again. And it's on. It's a miracle! And there you have it. If your ignition system is in great condition, you don't have to worry about stalling it once or twice. Damn it! Okay, now we're just flipping hamburgers here. Okay, let's try it for the third time. Will it flood? It magically opened again. So there you have it. Your ignition system is a major player if you want to avoid flooding your engine. So keep it in mint condition at all times. On number 2, we have repetitive starting and stopping. Like with flooding, it all depends on the health of your ignition system. So now we're gonna do a couple of short trips to see the effect that it has on our engine. So let's turn it on. Barely turned on. And let's move away from here. So now we're gonna move for about 400 meters, stop, and then repeat the process again for at least, let's say, 2 times. So we'll do 1.5 kilometers altogether. Okay, this looks like a nice place to stop. And let's stop right here. Okay, put it in neutral and turn it off. Okay, so now we've stopped, went to the ATM to get our money, and came back into the car. Let's try and start it again. And there we have it. Now let's go to pick up some milk. Okay, I think this is a good point to stop. Put it in neutral and turn off the key. The car is now off. Let's wait a couple of seconds. We're going to the shop, buying the milk, coming back without paying, obviously, and get in the car, put it on, and let's start it. And there you have it, the car has turned on. We can repeat this process a couple of times without it having any impact in the short term, but in the long term, it may cause some issues to your car. So stick to long journeys, and if you have to make short trips, do just a couple of them, but then have a long run. Don't let short trips become a habit.
Number 3. Fear of premixing. Like I said in my top 10 mistakes video, if you don't feel like it, you don't have to. Many RX8 owners don't premix and their engines work just fine. But if you want to make a long-term investment, then you might consider it. If you do so, consider using a quality premixing oil in order to prevent clogging of the catalytic converter or the fuel injectors. Ide Mitsu is the best way to go. Number 4. Choosing the correct oil. Long story short, after reading debates on what is the correct oil to use for 3 straight days without a clear answer, I decided to draw a conclusive line. You have various choices depending on ambient temperature. So for normal or colder temperatures, use 5W30 oil, Castrol GTX or Mazda original oil, which was formerly known as Dexalia. If you live in a hotter environment where temperatures can get toasty, or if you go on a track day, then use a heavier oil like 10W40. The end. Number 5. Forgetting to put that extra bottle of oil in the trunk. You never know when you'll have to top up your oil, unless you check it regularly. Duh. And if you happen to be in the middle of nowhere, forgetting your bottle could mean the end of your engine. So have at least 1 liter of oil in your trunk at all times. Number 6. Finding mayonnaise on your dipstick when checking the oil. FYI, it's not actual mayonnaise, but it looks like it. In this case, don't be alarmed. This is just condensation that occurs mainly in cold weather from short journeys. To get rid of it, just go for a long drive and put some heat on that engine. But if it persists, it's wise to have your engine checked by a mechanic. And finally, at number 7, terrible gas mileage. The low gas mileage is a realistic fear because it does consume a lot of fuel. But it also depends where you drive it, because you'll get better gas mileage if you drive it on the highway than in the city. For example, today I started with this much fuel, which is approximately 5 liters of fuel, and this many kilometers. And I ended my day with this figure. So I used approximately 4 or 5 liters of fuel to make 17 kilometers of purely savage city driving. Yay! And that concludes our video. If you found it useful, hit the subscribe button, give it a like, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye!